Sparkle Squad, this is Monica, and I have another treasure box from my friends at Potomac Bead, so let's get into it for the month of March. We got another tool, guys. I'm going to show you that first. This is a Ultimate Mini Ruler. Now, it's hard to see. I'm glad they had that label on the back, but this is a piece of acrylic, and then it's got holes for the different sizes of beads, and this says like it's millimeters. Then these are holes for your little seed beads in the aught. You've got wire gauge holes so that you can put your artistic wire through those holes, so it goes from 16 to 26. Or rather 26 to 16, because the smaller you go, the larger the number. And then you have some centimeters here. So that's pretty cool. And inches up at the top. That has got a ton of measurements all on this one handy little contraption. And it's going to be durable because it's that acrylic. So I am so stoked to get something like that. That's something that I have really enjoyed with Potomac Beads, that they provide these tools to us in the treasure box. Now, if you have the treasure box subscription, you should probably be receiving these tools as well. But if not, I'm sure they have them available for sale. A lot of times we get samples of the things that will be in your all's treasure box for the review, but we might not get the full allotment of beads or findings. But usually when they put the tool in there, you all are going to get the tool as well. So this would be really handy to be able to measure your beads, especially if you're into bead weaving. And then also, if you are a newbie and you're really trying to pay attention to the sizes, like your millimeters in particular, as you get more experience under your belt, you can kind of tell by looking, but not always. This is going to be for your round shape, so if you have something that's square and whatnot, obviously that won't go through there, but this is a lot more handy to me than the bead caliper, which we also got in one of the previous treasure boxes. And this is something that you can measure like a square or a different shape bead. Really a nice tool, Potomac Beads. Thank you so much. So we have Pink Lemonade as the theme for this month. And it's got all of our little goodies on the back side of this. They don't list the colors, but you can either see them on the labels, or if you want to look them up via the number, if it does happen to have like an inventory number on the label, you can do that and see what they're actually calling it. It does tell you the sizes and what they are, though. Pink Lemonade. This box offers a vibrant ambience featuring a mix of soft pinks, muted yellows, and peach tones, creating a lively yet balanced palette. The pinks add sweetness, while the yellows energize and brighten. The peach tones bring warmth and balance to the box. Crystal navettes enhance the elegance, while dark peach pearls add depth and richness, bringing a timeless vibe. Flower charms add a whimsical, nature-inspired touch, resulting in a dreamy, inspiring aesthetic. This is trying to get us in the spring vibe without having a lot of like springy type colors, you know, your pinks and blues and your purples and all the kind of crazy vibrant colors all together. This gives you a variety of palette while at the same time kind of being a softer variety. So we have some check smooth rounds, 7mm in the frosted yellow, pack of 10, and yours might have more than that. They're just a frosted bead, so that's nice, and it does make you in mind of lemonade. How refreshing. Check glass square beads in the yellow and crystal clear, so this is a nice little bead. It's very cutesy. And then we also have this strand of beads here. I think these are some clear yellow drooks, and they look to be, what size could they be, guys? What size? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd have to cut it off, but I'm pretty sure that's a 6mm. Oh yeah, that's a 6mm. See how it just fits perfectly in that little hole right there? You probably can't tell it as much because I'm not laying it down on my bead mat. It's still on the string too, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but it's going right in that little hole. That means it is a 6mm, so woo! We just did it live there. Then we've got some check petal beads in a pink gold wash. Those are interesting. The Potomac pearls in dark peach, 6mm size. That's really nice. I like their pearls. They have a lot of colors, and then they've got the standard sizes, so you can do a lot of things with these. The check cabochon with flower design. I love this color. It's a very neutral color, but also it can go really well with the peaches, but I mean, it coordinates with all of these. Check glass faceted rondelles in the crystal peach. It's kind of got these little dimples instead of facets, which is interesting. I like that. It almost looks like a little skirt to me. Then these are some seed beads in translucent jasmine. Gosh, I don't think I've ever seen that color before. It has just a little pearlescence to it. And then we continue the beige tones with an EVA bead, Aztec Gold, pack of 20. And the thing that makes the EVA or EVA bead different from the Ava is that this is more broad and the Ava is more narrow. All right, flipping over here to the right side of my board, we've got these beautiful leaf duo beads. Oh, it's got 2 holes. Oh, that's going to be awesome. So this isn't your average leaf bead. And I love this color. It's a beautiful green color. It almost, to me, looks like that's a blue-green in the vein patterns. I love those. And since it's got the 2 holes there, I can make a double-stranded bracelet if I want. And we have some of these little crystals. I think these are 4mm. Yep. Potomac crystal bicone beads in the light rose 4mm. That is something I've loved about Potomac beads is they've got a ton of different colors and they're very high quality. This is such a beautiful pink too. Look at that. Then we've got some round trio beads in the white light of luster 6mm. This has got 3 holes. That's interesting. If you're a bead weaver, you're going to love that bead. I'll probably have to go to their website like I did last month and check out any inspirational ideas to use this bead in whatever pattern that they have available to me. And that's another thing I love about Potomac beads, because even if you're stumped or you just want to try a different skill set, they've got you covered. There's a check faceted round in 12mm baby pink. It's a nice bead. And we have this bead, check dagger white. This is another bead I'm not really that fond of because I don't do a lot of like bead weaving projects to use these, and I don't typically make necklaces or bracelets with daggers on them. So again, this might be something paired with the Lila Luster round trio that I might look up and make a flower or something. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Time is limited. And speaking of flowers, we have Athena cast metal pendant flower, hollow 29mm, and it's bumpy on one side and flat on the other, like a pendant here. So this gives you like a framework, and if you just wanted to have that on there, that's pretty enough, just on an earring. But if you wanted to do some bead wrapping, some wire wrapping, bead weaving, here's a framework of a flower shape to do so. And then we have these little components. They're curved tube beads, and they are a silver plate. Very nice, dainty size. Potomac crystal bicone beads, crystal aurora borealis, 3mm size. Very sparkly. Good times. And then we have these super sparkly Potomac crystal navettes. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. I would say navettes in settings. And there are crystal 7x15mm. I love that look. I mean, that is fancy. I may have to make a ring with that because, you know, it just looks like a diamond. And that's coming up for birthstones. So, you know, happiness and joy, you April birthday people. Alright, so that is the unboxing of this month's treasure box from Potomac Beads in the pink lemonade vibe. For those new to my channel, maybe you're unfamiliar with the treasure box at Potomac Beads. They have 2 different best bead box subscriptions. If you're at all familiar with how they used to do things in the past, they used to be called best bead box, and they had like the regular one and then the XL version. So now it's called the treasure box and then the kit edition. So the treasure box is like what you see here. There's an amalgam of different types of things. Either they will work together in a theme like what they're trying to do now. I get to beef up my bead stash with whatever's left over. If you are wanting to do like a bead weaving type of project, then you would want to get the kit edition. And that sort of works like how the old ones did, but you know, you would only get the one design in that kit. Whereas the kit edition, now you get, I think it's like 3 to 4 different types of kits within that kit edition box. So you might be able to make a particular necklace, a particular bracelet, a particular earring, a particular whatever, tassel, whatever the project is, you get the entire kit. So if you're interested in Potomac Beads or any of their beading subscriptions, I will put the link below. That will be my affiliate link with them. I appreciate those of you who have been using those affiliate links. I will also try to link these individual products if they're available in in the pink lemonade spirit of things, I have some lemons here, but those are for my stash, like a glass lemon beads. Aren't they cute? So here is my bracelet. This is something that I used some memory wire that I had. I just cut off 2 pieces of memory wire and made like a bangle type situation. And then I used the leaf bead. It's a dual hold leaf to kind of keep it together so that I wouldn't have wonky pieces of memory wire. Now, I was a little bit challenged about my pattern to make sure that I didn't have anything that was going to be like too long. And I did have an episode where the more beads that I was putting on for the second rung of my bracelet, it was kind of interfering with the layers of the beads at the top. But ultimately, I just reworked my pattern until it came out, and I think it looked so cute. I used some beads from my stash that had like a bright yellow luster to it on that clear. And because I had the clear and the pink bicones interspersed between all of the other beads in my bracelet, I thought that really works. So it's a cool looking bracelet. It's got leaves here, and it's got the pinks and the lemon yellows and the clears and those beautiful bicone sparkle beads. I wanted to have another leaf, but I didn't want to have it like be the end of my bracelet the way that it was here where both wires had to feed through. So I thought it was pretty cool to end one of my bracelets just a little bit shorter than the other and create its own little link. That way, instead of having it as a dangle, I have it attached to the bracelet, but it's kind of free moving here, and it just offers a little bit more visual interest, while it also helps to tie off the fact that I've got these 2 leaves here, and then I've got this leaf on the back. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea to do, and then I just attached both of the loops on both sides to a jump ring. This side, I have a lobster claw clasp attached to the jump ring. I just used some of these jump rings over here to create a length of dangle, and then a bead drop with the lemon yellow and a pink bicone. That way, if somebody wants to wear this like a traditional bracelet, they can. A lot of times when you do these memory wire bangles, if you don't have a way to clasp, then sometimes, because it's not something that wraps around the way that it's traditionally looking like a little slinky and goes all the way around your wrist, this one does have a gap here. It might pop off of your hand, so to alleviate the fear of that coming off, that's why you can always add a clasp like a regular bracelet. It just gives it a nice cool bangle effect look, but offers the security here by having a clasp on the end for you. And then I think it looks really cute to have that moving leaf here on the end, as well as this bead dangle with the yellow. It kind of ties everything all together. And then you can have your security of the clasp if you want it. The intention is that's how people are going to wear the bracelet. That in and of itself also gives you the ability to size up if you need to have a little bit more room, and that makes it a little bit more versatile as well. So I like my bracelet, how that came out. Now we're going to look at the earrings. For the earrings, I just kept it simple. I have the leaf at the top, and then I have the lemon yellow. I have the little pink touch on the bottom in that bicone. And then I have that cool looking bead that's the clear. I think those are drooks, and it's got that aurora borealis on one side of it. So you see that bright lemon yellow popping out, and then the other side is that clear color. So I think it really is a cute way to tie in the leaf element and the colors that coordinate here with the bracelet. And then it does the pink lemonade theme. So that is what I've made for the month of March for the Treasure Box Edition Potomac Beads, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. So yeah, I have a ton of beads and components still left over in my Potomac Beads treasure box that I can create additional pieces of jewelry. So thank you to my friends at Potomac Beads. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this with any of your jewelry making friends that might be interested in Potomac Beads. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and have a sparkle-rific day, y'all.